Hey everyone, Cody Menz here, doing another What's New video and also a video for the Scavenger hunt code today. You can find it right above me, also in the title of this video and also in the video description. Obviously, I'm doing the 25th of November here, the code, and tomorrow will be Nando Capo on YouTube here. More or less, you know, we're getting towards the end here. If you have not put in the extra codes from the Scavenger hunt, pretty important. Make sure you put those in. They're going to be in the video description below. There's 3 extra codes that you have to put in. They don't get automatically applied to your account like they have in previous years. Or not years, but months, I guess. It has been going on for years, the Scavenger hunt. Anyway, though, a lot of stuff has been happening in World of Tanks. So, kind of starting out, basically, as of today, Frontline is done. If you still have extra things, basically you have to go into Frontline. You have to redeem these. They will get redeemed automatically. You go to your reward page, and if you have any of the basically prestige left over, you can basically exchange them like that. It'll turn into gold and also bonds, which is pretty nice. And you know, if you don't claim them, you'll still have it automatically done for you. Say if, like in my instance, you know, I got the AE phase 1, but I had these 3 tanks previously. I kind of had some left over. So just something to where if you want some gold and some bonds right away, do it. If not, no harm done. It'll transfer automatically eventually. You know, right now, what else is happening? So Black Friday is coming up. There's a lot of rumors as far as something big being released. And this tank specifically, so the Hellcat I have here because there's some super Hellcat news. But, you know, Black Friday is coming up. Who knows if Wargaming's doing anything? You know, there's a teaser for the black market I'll talk about basically in a minute here. And, you know, you never know what's going to release, you know, on Black Friday here, where in previous years it's been a little lackluster. You know, with them releasing like the, say like the T-34B here. Something like that. It says a painted black, you know, T-34. But, you know, we'll see. Maybe they'll surprise us. Maybe there'll be something really special that everyone wants. I don't know. But in any event, though, so the thing that a lot of people are talking about right now is this video that came out today. Let's scroll up here. So when it comes to this, there's a link in the video description below. The well-deserved reward for 2019. They started this last year with the T50-2. Depending on the age of your account, you'll basically get some freebies, and this kicks off November 28th. First and foremost, the biggest thing is that Super Hellcat. You're getting basically a pre-nerf Hellcat, tiered up to tier 7. That's important, so unfortunately it's not tier 6. But this thing's going to be like the Hellcat was before they nerfed it into oblivion. You know, they murdered basically the mobility of it. The turrets reverse everything about the thing to make it not play like a Hellcat. So that's going to be nice for those that kind of remember the old Hellcat when it was basically, most people know the T67. That thing's broken right now. It was a little bit more broken than the T67, to be honest. It deserved a little bit of tweaking, but they probably tweaked it a little wrong, to be honest. But in any event, though, so this video, it's worth watching. You know, it's only a short little few minute video. But in this video, Wargaming, whenever they do things like this, they put little Easter eggs in it. Specifically, there's a few things that have been kind of floating around, a few, say like Russian blogs and, you know, Reddit, stuff like that. I kind of compiled some of the ones that I feel like are, you know, worth mentioning. You know, or number 1, I should say, ammunition rework. So these are things teased for more or less next year because we're not going to see many of them before the end of the year here. You know, 1.7 is currently testing. We're going to get the Anonymizer, dual barrel Russian tanks, and directives will be available for credits. Plus a bunch of 3D styles, which we might see in the Christmas basically presents, boxes, whatever the hell you want to call them. But anyway, ammunition rework definitely coming. My guess is we'll probably see that by, I'd say maybe like late March. I think it'll be after the next rank season, which is early March, I believe, when that starts. So we'll probably see it around springtime. Crew skill and the crew system rework, they teased in this. That's basically being held up by the ammunition rework. So once that gets done, what they have been wanting to do with the crew skills will probably come. So 3A and 3B, introduction of some sort of battle pass. In the video, it was pretty, in your face that there is some sort of battle pass being teased. And a lot of games do that. And I think the two tie together here, the token system from Tank Festival coming back. So what I see Wargaming doing is probably for like World of Tanks premium account holders. I don't think they'll add like another tier on top of it. I think that would be a little much. But I think for premium account holders, they'll introduce some sort of battle pass that will rotate on, say, like a monthly or maybe like, maybe 2-3 times quarterly, something that a year basis. And with it, you earn tokens playing like special game modes or just random battles and stuff. And basically you unlock like camouflages, like little freebies, like little things that are nice, but keeps people playing. I think that'll be something nice. We might see the dog tags come back, stuff like that. World of Tanks Classic, that's coming back. That actually updated, I believe, like a week ago. It was about a week ago. If you had World of Tanks Classic installed on your PC, it had a little update. So that's coming back here soon. More matchmaking and tank balances. I put duh next to it. Not that we've gotten a ton, but like they've balanced like the Leopard 1, STB 1 stuff, stuff like that this year, to where the changes went over well. It felt like forever ago, at this point, because they kind of started doing a bunch of stuff in the beginning of the year. And we also got some bad stuff like the Chieftain, T95 Chieftain, the wheelie tanks that a lot of people are pissed at. But it's been a long time, and honestly, a lot of people didn't even see that they tried to clamp down on 3 SPG battles and matchmaking, and they tidied up matchmaking a little bit early in the year and even towards the mid-year. But anyway, more matchmaking and tank changes. Number 6, celebration for 10 years of tanks. That'll probably be pretty huge for Wargaming. Celebrating the game. I believe 10 years is them like going into beta. I believe that's where that figure comes from. Steel Hunter is coming back on a more regular basis. I've talked about this a lot. I think I mentioned it in some YouTube videos, but I definitely mentioned it on my live stream. They publicly said in some sort of Q&A or something at some point, whereas this year we had Frontline for 10 months of the year, 1 week every month. From my understanding, what they had said in like a Q&A, basically they're gonna not alternate once per month one event, but they're gonna work in, this might tie in with the whole battle pass or the tokens from the Tank Festival coming back, that system. They're gonna tie together Frontline, Steel Hunter, and say something like Homefront, to where pretty much any of these like special events you play, instead of you like feeling like, oh man, I really have to freaking grind this event for this 1 week it's out, or else I'm going to be behind, I'm screwed. They're going to tie together, these events. That way you can play them, say throughout the year, or however they want to do it, and split it up. And if you don't like one, you don't have to play it, and you can still earn your basically rewards from playing the other events. That's the last I heard about it. They didn't go too much in depth of it. I guess fleshed out kind of what they said, but we'll see. And last but not least, the end of this video, the black market was heavily hinted at the very end. Like it took up like maybe 10-15 seconds at the very least of the video. And specifically, you can kind of see that little globe here. The person took that globe, which a lot of people are talking about the what is it? It's like the T73B or something. I saw some people mention, and also, so that was like a Russian main battle tank. And also, it kind of looked like some sort of a Vickers made battle tank and or Chieftain-esque British tank. It's a really small, they really hid that snow globe pretty well. Like it's moving around the video a lot, so you can't really see it too well. But they really heavily hinted at the black market, where like you never know, maybe we'll see that sooner rather than later. It might even be Black Friday. I don't know. I'm not hinting here like you might think I'm hinting, but you just never know what's gonna get released. But definitely we're getting a Super Hellcat. Personally, when it comes to that video, I think it's neat that they put some Easter eggs in there. I still think that there are some Easter eggs in there that you know, it's only been out for a few hours. I think people are still trying to find what's in there. Like there's some like bricks on the wall behind a picture that have like some numbers and writing on it. No one's really figured out what that is yet. But you know, in any event, that's kind of something neat to kind of check out. And at least we know like we're getting a pre-nerf Hellcat, and black market's coming back, whether it's Black Friday or, you know, maybe next year after the Christmas event, so they can bleed all the credits that you earn. Last but not least, you know, I know I'm kind of like droning on here. There's been a lot of stuff over like the Anonymizer over the past week. You know, certain people making videos about it, and like, you know, clickbait in my opinion, like basically tugging on like certain people and, you know, getting them all riled up and getting people pissed off and flip-flopping and this and that. But honestly, like, the Anonymizer is coming at 1.7 if you haven't heard about it yet. Basically how it works is you're gonna go into your settings. Like, I probably should have been on the test server for this so I can show you. Here's going into your settings, and you click a little button, and if you do that, whenever you pop into a battle, unless someone's platooned with you, you can do it even into battle. If you platoon with someone, they'll see your name. If you're not platooned with them, you're not going to know who the hell the person is. It assigns you like a random string of, you know, words and numbers and stuff, and it looks like a username. Really all it does. I don't really know what the big deal is. Obviously, you know, people who are obsessed with like XVM and stuff, they'll be like, oh, well, people are going to hide, like, it's ruining the game. Well, XVM isn't freaking an official part of the game. I know they work at the developers and it's supported and stuff like that, but it's still a mod. Like, get over it, people. Like, if you really need it that much, I don't know what to tell you. But in any event, I think the whole thing's like blown out of proportion, and people get, I don't know, like clickbaited or, you know, like riled up for no reason. It literally is not really going to change anything if you have no incentive, or if you have no interest in using it. Nothing's going to change for you. If you think something's going to change because people are using it, well, maybe you should think about like these people who obviously want to hide like their stats or their name. Maybe they're tired of being like victimized or something, if they're just like a casual player or a new player, or, you know, whether they're a new player and they're not skilled yet and they get, you know, made fun of, told to quit, you know, basically go jump off a cliff or something. Or if they're a good player and they're too good, and then they get harassed for being a seal clubber reroll and this and that. And there's so many different things to where, for those people that have been waiting for it, it's nice, and, you know, it's a long time coming, unfortunately. So most people probably who follow World of Tanks news, it hasn't hit like the blogs yet, but basically modders have already figured out a way to circumvent the Anonymizer as of basically the first day of the public test hitting. The way that the World of Tanks client works, modders are basically able to introduce a mod that you can download, and the Anonymizer doesn't work anymore. However, there are some, you know, quirks to where Wargaming, they might be able to detect it. I'm pretty sure they're going to put that like on the banned mod list, because it would be kind of dumb if they didn't. But no news on whether or not that'll officially come, them putting that on the banned mod list. However, the only hope is, you know, with the workaround, like I saw a few people talking about it from different, basically, you know, Reddit, the forums, also like Discords, where it looks like the only ray of hope. So XVM would have to like officially kind of support that mod in a way, because it would require them to kind of basically have more data pools from their server instead of just one at the beginning of the battle with, you know, all the players. It would have to basically pull data, you know, basically data from each individual person that they're trying to de-anonymize. Anyway, that's at least what I was kind of getting from reading some people's input on it. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. Sorry to end on like a bad note if I got some people like pissed off or depressed here. You know, when it comes down to it, I'm streaming tonight, you know, as of this video kind of coming out, and you know, Thanksgiving's really busy for me at the restaurant. Hopefully it's my last Thanksgiving cooking, which would be awesome. But you know, come Friday, I'm streaming on Black Friday. Might be some special stuff going on. You know, maybe there'll be some surprises, you know, for everybody. So in any event, have a happy holiday if you celebrate Thanksgiving. Otherwise, you know, hopefully you enjoyed this video. You got your scavenger hunt code, and you kind of caught up on what's kind of happening in World of Tanks. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys. I need to stop rambling. Bye.